Sickle cell disease is an inherited blood disorder caused by misshaped red blood cells. This disorder is commonly referred to as sickle cell anemia because it causes red blood cells to die prematurely and leaves the individual with insufficient oxygen-rich blood. Sickle cells are dangerous because they can lead to blockages in the blood and they are ineffective in transporting oxygen throughout the body. A person can either have sickle cell disease, in which they have two mutated alleles, or they have the sickle cell trait, where they only have one mutated allele. Sickle cell disease follows regular inheritance patterns. The disease is controlled by a single gene, where one allele comes from each parent. If both parents have sickle cell trait, one mutated allele, their offspring will have a 25% chance of inheriting the sickle cell disease, two mutated alleles. If one parent has sickle cell disease, their offspring have a 100% chance of inheriting the sickle cell trait. In Chapter 6, we discuss different inheritance patterns. Sickle cell disease is an autosomal recessive disorder. They typically are equally frequent in both men and women, and the trait will only appear when an individual inherits two mutated alleles. Heterozygotes do not display the disorder, but they can pass the disorder to their offspring. Sickle cell disease is caused by a mutation in the hemoglobin beta gene, or the HBB gene, and it is located on chromosome 11. In Chapter 18, we discuss different types of mutations. The sickle cell mutation would be a somatic mutation, and it could also be classified as a polymorphism because it can persist over generations in some populations because it is advantageous. In Chapter 25, we learned about heterozygous advantage. This is when heterozygotes have better reproductive success than either homozygote. Sickle cell trait, where an individual has only one mutated allele and is also a carrier for sickle cell disease, are advantageous in environments where malaria is persistent, like many African countries. The mutation that causes sickle cell-shaped blood cells disrupt the life cycle of the malaria parasite, so heterozygote individuals are resistant to malaria. In African countries, sickle cell traits occur in high frequencies across the human population and will continue to persist as long as they're advantageous.